We're back in the junk room for another video. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Junkman, you're wearing the same damn shirt you were wearing in the last video. Well, it's the same damn day, so leave me alone, okay? Well, actually, it's about 2:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting here talking to you. How about that? There's something I've been hearing going around the internet for a long time now, and that's how people aren't buying Star Wars toys because of the social justice warrior agenda. That's right. There's people that think this, that the biggest movies in the last 3 years, The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi, the biggest money makers of 3 years in a row, they are not generating toy sales because of a social justice warrior agenda. I even hate saying it. And I'm no big fan of social justice warriors. Some of them are pretty extreme and stupid, to be honest with you. Sorry, but that's how I feel. But I'm here to talk about the truth. Not if I like social justice warrior or if I am a social justice warrior. That's not what this video is about. This video is about is the agenda, if there is one, which I don't think there is, maybe. I mean, yes, sure, Kathleen Kennedy and Disney, they're putting diversity into Star Wars. And like most movies, is that a bad thing? I don't see it. I mean, growing up, we only had one female character in Star Wars for female Star Wars fans to look up to. And what did the boys have? Everybody else in the movie. Okay, I'll give you the girls had Aunt Peru. Some hero she was. She couldn't even protect her homestead. Anyway, getting off topic. Anyway, is it true that people aren't buying toys because of this social warrior justice agenda? Well, we're going to take a look at the video real quick. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know this guy's channel. This video just popped up on my feed. And he was one of many of them. And I picked his because this was kind of short. And his name is Geeks and Gamers is his YouTube channel. Check him out. Again, this is no attack on him. He might be a nice guy. Seems like a nice guy. He likes Star Wars. That's enough in my book to be a nice guy right there. If Hitler liked Star Wars, I probably would hang out with him. Okay, anyway, let's get on to it. And plus I said I hang out with him. I didn't say I like this son of a bitch or agree with him. I just said I would hang out with him and talk Star Wars with him. Yeah, then when he turned his back, you know, I flipping the bird. I'm going to put an earbud in. I don't know if you know this, but if you read my Twitter, you know I hate watching videos seeing people with headphones on like they're sports announcers. Sorry, I know you're angry and everything, but I don't understand why you got to have the headphones. But I'm going to put these in, that way I can hear the video and it won't disturb you guys trying to listen to it. So let's take a listen and I'll comment what I think about it.
Another video, and today we have more evidence that crazy Kathleen Kennedy has no idea what she's doing. And I can already...
Okay, stop right there. Crazy Kathleen Kennedy has no idea what she's doing. None at all. She doesn't know what she's doing at all. Nothing. Has no idea at all. She's just sitting there going while they make Star Wars movies. How many Star Wars movies has she made since she's taken over Star Wars? Let's see. Oh, they've released 3. What were they? The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi. Let's see. What's all those movies have in common? Oh, they were all the top grossing movie of that year. For the whole year. But not just in the U.S. Worldwide. The Force Awakens, Rogue One, and The Last Jedi. The #1 movies of that year. So here's Kathleen Kennedy sitting up there in her... I don't know, that CGI Skywalker Ranch, sitting up there, has no idea what she's doing, and she's having the top grossing films of the year. Every year she releases a movie. Man, I don't know about you, but I wish I could be a producer in Hollywood and not know what I was doing and just sit up there and make bukus of money and be in the most biggest movie of all times for each year that I release one. Man, can you imagine what would happen if she knew what she was doing and she released the movie? I mean, come on.
Oh, why do you keep talking about this? Because it's the facts.
No, it's not the facts, and I'm not a social justice warrior at all. Again, not only are they the top grossing films, but guess what? These 3 films are liked by the critics and the fans. Now I know what you're saying. You're going to say, but Junkman, what about The Last Jedi? I heard a guy on Reddit say they didn't like it. Well, that's right. Some fans didn't like it. A lot of fans did not like The Last Jedi. But overall, most fans liked it. Now I know you're going to say, but Junkman, what about Rotten Tomatoes? They said only 54% or something liked it. That's not a lot. I'm not going to trust a site where anybody with an email can sign up. Now, I'm not saying there's a lot of people on there that's just going in again and reviewing it. But I'm saying that it's flawed. Just like the Internet Movie Database is flawed. But let's take Rotten Tomatoes. Let's put it in the pile. Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, around 54% last time I looked. But what's the other ones tell us? Cinema Score gives it an A. And what does Cinema Score do? They actually talk to people who are in the theater. And there's a Survey Monkey that rated about an 89% of people coming out of the theater that liked it. Internet Movie Database has it as a high ranking also. So if you're going to take Rotten Tomatoes, you have to take into all account these other ones. Also, not just one. Don't just focus on the one that goes along with what you're thinking. Now, I'll admit fully that a lot of people don't like The Last Jedi. I'll give you that. But a lot more people do like it, and critics love it. So let's see what Kathleen Kennedy did again while she's sitting up there not doing anything. She's probably watching some Lacey Green video on YouTube or something. And she's making the #1 film of the year. A film that critics overall like. The fans overall like. Man, Kathleen Kennedy, I don't know. Sound like you got it made to me. You don't have to do shit. You're just sitting there not doing anything, and you're making fans happy, critics happy, and your company happy. I know people think it's wrong that these movie companies in show business want to make a profit. Oh my God, they want to make money. They're only making Star Wars so they can make money. Yeah, that's what they do. That's why Disney bought it, so it can make money. It's not that shocking. Oh, let's go back, Jeremy.
And it's data, and it's out there. And just because social justice warriors don't
data's
like
out there. Let's
facts
take a
and
look
don't
at the
like
data in
data,
just a second.
that doesn't mean we still don't acknowledge it. So before we get into this, shout out to a YouTube channel that I have recently. Now let's move on.
Okay, let's move on.
So CNBC did a story confirming what myself and World Class Bullshitters and a few other
CNBC, I
people
read the
have
story
been
also.
acknowledging that the fandom of Star Wars is really dying off right now.
Okay, the fans are dying off. Again, I'm going to go back. The top grossing film for each year they're released is #1 by a lot. So I think they're getting fans more than losing fans.
Why? Because toy sales are slumping and it's bad.
Okay. Yes, toy sales are down, and I wouldn't say it was bad, but let's just look at it. Bloomberg reports that even though Star Wars was down, it was the top selling toy in the Christmas market for the 9 weeks they consider Christmas sales. That's right. Star Wars toys made less money than they did the previous year in 2016, but in 2017, even if sales were down, they were still, for that year, the #1 selling toy for the Christmas season, according to Bloomberg. And I'll put that link down below.
You can go into any Walmart, you can go into any Target, you can go into any retailer, and you see Star Wars toys are on the shelf like they just came in. And the fact is because nobody's buying them.
Yes, I'll agree with him. Walmart is over. They got the same old stuff over there. Same old thing, and we'll get into that.
Now, the story says, let's see, the Force was not with Hasbro during the holidays. The toy maker said Wednesday that sales of Star Wars and Frozen toys lagged during the fourth quarter. Now, okay, so now Frozen, like, I don't really know why that's really topical. Frozen's not really. They didn't have a movie. Frozen didn't have a big movie
I can't
come out.
comment on Frozen toys.
To my
I've never
knowledge.
seen the
Frozen
trailer,
didn't
so.
have a video game come out. Star Wars had the biggest movie of the year.
Okay, Star Wars had the biggest movie. He just admitted that Star Wars had the biggest movie of the year coming out. That Kathleen Kennedy had the biggest movie coming out.
And Star Wars had a massive video game drop. Now, I think
Yes, Star Wars had a massive video game drop. don't remember any toys based on the game being out there. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
If you've heard that I loved Battlefront 2, and I do love Battlefront
I've never played it,
but
my
my
son
personal
loves it.
opinion and the facts are two separate things. The facts are Battlefront 2 is a disaster. Disaster from
Yes, I'll give you there's some problems with Battlefront 2, not gameplay wise, but people got upset that they did that whole, I don't know what you call it, where you buy the game and then you come home, you have to pay more money to play certain parts of the game or whatever. I don't play new games, I don't know. I know back in the day, I would go to Zaire's, I would buy Mario Brothers, and guess what? I would play it. I would rescue the princess. I would go through every castle. I didn't get to World 8 and then have to buy more to rescue the princess again. Or I didn't get to World 8 and then have to pay more to get to the castle with the princess in it. So, yes, that's some problem. That's why I don't play new games. I'm not paying more. I'm not going to keep paying for a game once I bring it home.
How the sales were and how the overall reception for the game was. I still love it, but that doesn't mean I don't acknowledge facts. Then we get into The Last Jedi, and obviously that should have been the central point here to really push toy sales. And clearly, because people did not like it,
Okay, there you go. People did not like it. Some people didn't like it. A minority of the people didn't like it.
Were very upset. It's showing in the toy sales. And now again, the social justice warriors, they don't buy toys. They're not camping out at Star Wars Celebration. They're not going to...
Okay, I don't have any data that social justice warriors buy toys. If they don't buy toys, I think there are people just like us, and I'm sure there are some that buy them and there's some that not.
Wait in line for a movie for 6 hours. That's not...
And I'm sure some social justice warriors stand in line. Could be wrong. I don't think I know any social justice warriors in real life.
What they do, because they're too busy being offended by the next thing. They're too busy trying to find outrage in the next thing.
Okay, I'll give you, they do seem to get upset really easy. In fact, not going to give any names, but I said one time that the Rancor keeper had a towel on his head. And I got the backlash and the social justice warriors came out and was making it a problem for me. You understand.
Want to poison their craziness with.
So they're hammering to this crowd, and he says they're not buying the toys.
To that crowd, and that crowd is not going to
don't think anything's 100%.
Toys.
Only a
step
deals in
absolutes. Support
absolutes.
you like the crowd you are abandoning, and so it's really funny. And at one point in this article, they're basically trying to make excuses. The company said it doesn't see the fall of sales as Star Wars fatigue.
I agree with that, don't you? Let's talk about that real quick. When did The Last Jedi come out? December 18th, the middle of December. Most parents were already done with their Christmas shopping or very, very close to doing it. When did the toys come out? September. Most kids are not going to walk into a store or in October when they're making out their Christmas list in October, November. They don't want to buy toys for a movie they haven't seen yet. And I have a whole video about how Hasbro can fix their problems. Which I'm not here to defend Hasbro. There's a lot of problems with Hasbro. You can check out that video. I'll put the links down below. I've listed a whole bunch of things of the way they can fix and make better sales in Star Wars. So I'm not denying there's a problem in the toy section. But come on, you release figures like DJ, Paige, Rose. Kids are not going to want that kind of toys because they haven't seen the movie yet. They've seen the trailer, but you're not gonna see a trailer as a kid and run out and walk by DJ or Paige or any figures like that. Kids want aliens and monsters and people they know. So this is why it has nothing to do with social justice warrior. You release a movie a few days before Christmas, but you release the toys in September when kids don't even know what they are. Of course, kids aren't gonna be screaming to buy them.
Of the timing of the merchandise and the release of the advertisements. Goldner said that between Force Friday, a September merchandising event, and the release of The Last Jedi in December, customers were bombarded with products from other entertainment properties like Thor, Ragnarok, and
Yes, they were. And you're saying, well, Justice League didn't do any good. Well, kids know Batman. They know Superman. Even if they didn't like the movie, they know who they are. They're going to buy them. Thor? I don't see why I don't know about Thor. They might have bought Thor stuff. I don't know. I can't really comment on Thor. But Thor has a history also. But to be honest, with a kid that's about 12, I don't see him playing with many Thor toys.
Are you kidding me? Do you think any real Star Wars fan that cares about this franchise, that has enthusiasm, do you think any Star Wars fan actually sit there and go, you know, I really loved The Last Jedi, and I'm really motivated to go buy these toys, but man, that Thor figure with a haircut just caught my eye, and my month's budget is completely dedicated to the Thor figure with a haircut. Get the hell out of here. Try not to cuss. Don't want to get demonetized and get in trouble.
Okay, let me pause it. Again, this guy's acting like all the collectors are buying it. Sure, collectors buy Star Wars. But let's be honest. It's mostly kids buying toys. Collectors buy a lot of toys. I'll give you, like I said, I'll give him that. But overall, it's the kids, parents buying it for the kids or kids wanting the toys. That's a huge number compared to the smaller number of collectors. Now, I'll be honest, I couldn't find any real data that shows that, but come on, I think we all know that when it comes to toy sales, it's a lot higher for the kids that's buying stuff than it is for adult collectors. That margin's a lot smaller.
YouTube. Get the hell out of here with that shit. No, do you really think any Star Wars fan went and saw Justice League with Henry Cavill's jacked up
Yes,
face?
I do. I think kids went to see Thor, went to see Justice League, and a lot of kids did like those movies. And those movies came out, what, a month before Christmas? Before Thanksgiving? Before the holiday season kicks into full gear? So when their parents are saying, what do you want, little Johnny? What do you want for Christmas? What do you think little Johnny's going to say? Well, I just saw that Thor movie. I want Thor toys. Or I just saw Batman. I want Batman toys. He's not going to say, I want that Paige action figure from that movie that's coming out that I haven't seen and I won't see until almost Christmas time. I want DJ. I don't know who he is, but he has a funny looking hat. Kids aren't going to go for that. They're going to go see a movie and they're going to put it on their Christmas list. It has nothing to do with a social justice warrior.
CGI face and said, yeah.
Or
man,
Shogun Warrior.
I really want that
maybe
Rose Tico
Shogun
figure,
Warriors are not buying Star Wars toys.
but that jacked up Henry Cavill CGI figure is just screaming my name. That didn't happen. What happened?
I haven't seen Justice League, but I know about the mustache removed and the CGI face and everything, but no kid is not buying a toy because of that.
Was The Last Jedi was a bad Star Wars movie, and the fans don't want to go support a garbage-ass film like that.
See, he's acting like that the collectors are the majority of the buyers when it's not. Now, if he was talking about Hot Toys not selling as good, I would say yes, those are going toward collectors at a higher volume. But Star Wars toys are for kids. That's who's mostly buying them, the kids. And I'll give you, there are some, like I said, like Hot Toys and maybe some of the Black Series are aimed more for collectors. But I think we're talking overall sales and we're talking all over toys.
Nobody was motivated to go buy the toys. That's what happened. But I get it. It's company talk. You have to make excuses publicly. It's not like...
Again, the fans don't want to support The Last Jedi. Well, apparently they did because they went back and saw it over and over and over again and made it the #1 movie of 2017. Again, you might not like The Last Jedi. Fine. Okay, I'll give you that. You didn't like it, but you're in the minority. A lot of people liked it. I'll admit that a lot of people didn't like it, but you have to admit also that more people liked it than hated it.
Hasbro's company and their spokesman are going to go, they're not going to say exactly what I said. That's just not how the corporate world works, and that's why the corporate world sucks. It's all political.
No, it's not just PR talk. It makes sense. You got a movie a few days before Christmas, and you got toys came out in September. You got toys, and you're thinking, well, what about Kylo Ren, Rey? These kids know who they are. Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, why didn't they buy those? The Kylo Ren action figure looks just like the Force Awakens one that's been on and off the shelf for 2 years. The Rey looks basically about the same. And let's be honest, it's not a sexist thing. Kids don't want to buy the Princess Leia action figure. Because it's not an action, it's an old lady. Sorry, I love Princess Leia. I love Carrie Fisher. She was my first crush as a kid. And I would buy one. But let's be honest. Yes, I'm not saying no one's going to buy none. I don't think any kid's going to want it. They want it because it's Princess Leia. Most kids, the old lady Princess Leia is not going to be one they're tearing down the toy aisle to get. You know, it's kind of like the General Medine of the Return of the Jedi line. Kids don't want that. They want something that has a lot more play value. I guess you could take that Princess Leia figure and make her do a Mary Poppins flying thing, but come on. And then you have Luke Skywalker. Pretty good figure. I can see, he's probably selling good, I would think. And I don't think they did a Luke Skywalker in the Force Awakens line. I could be wrong. If they did, it probably looks about the same.
Correct BS. But at the end of the day, I would have had a lot more.
So here's the thing. You released the newer figures come out in September. Again, DJ, Paige, Rose, some of the ones I know off the top of my head. Kids don't have no idea who they are. Even collectors don't know who they are. So collectors aren't going to be screaming to buy a Paige action figure or a DJ action figure. At least maybe after they see the movie. And again, the movie came out, what, a few days before Christmas. So of course sales are going to be down. And I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, what about The Force Awakens? It came out right before Christmas and the toy sales were huge. Well, think about it. It was a huge movie. This was the first Star Wars movie in about 10 years. It was bringing back the original cast. Had a lot more going for it than The Last Jedi, the third movie in 3 years in a row. So you're going to see things slump off. The hype's going to slump off. That's normal. And Rogue One toys sold less. Why? Same reason. Kids in September didn't know who these Rogue One figures were. Collectors might have bought a few, but once you see the movie, it's too close to Christmas. You're not going to really run out and buy them after Christmas time. Rogue One's a lot darker movie. There's not as many kids playing with Rogue One action figures, I don't think anyway, as kids like The Force Awakens.
I would have went out and spent another $100 on Hasbro toys.
That'd get them out of the red for sure.
Well,
warning, warning, warning. Mary Sue alert. Mary Sue alert. Warning, warning.
Terrible character. And Rey is really overpowered. And nobody wants to see Adam Driver with his mask off. We wanted Kylo in his mask, and we wanted Kylo to be mysterious and badass. But, you know, Disney fucked this up, so we got to figure it out. I would have been like, you know what, bro, I'm going to buy all these toys now just because you had the balls to say that.
If he said that, I would call him a damn liar.
That's not how it works. At the end of the day, the fandom has been affected by this film. The fandom was affected by Battlefront. Those are two massive problems. Now we're going into Han Solo, which nobody cares about.
Nobody cares about Han Solo. No, just the guy that wrote The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi and Raiders of the Lost Ark. Been trying to do a Han Solo movie for the last 20 years, and nobody wants a Han Solo movie. Nobody. There's not one person out there that wants Han Solo. Nobody. No. I guess Han Solo is going to make $0 at the box office. Nobody wants a Han Solo movie.
Toy sales are going to continue to decline.
And I'm going to predict the Han Solo toys might actually sell better. But Junkman, why? Because it's coming out in May. So you'll have kids going to see it in May. And then throughout the summer, they'll be hyped up for Han Solo stuff. They'll get and then the DVD will come out right around midsummer. And then by the time kids get it ready for their Christmas buying, it's going to be on their list. They're going to remember. They're going to see that Falcon that they've seen at Walmart for the past 6 months. And they're going to say, hey, Dad, give me that Falcon for Christmas. Or give me that Han Solo figure. Give me that figure from the new movie. Because they've seen the movie. Again, you can't sell kids on action figures from a movie that hadn't came out yet, or a movie that comes out a few days before Christmas.
And crazy Kathleen Kennedy, you are on blast at this point.
Kathleen Kennedy is on blast. Be honest with you, I don't know what blast is. It might be because I'm a 45-year-old man. But if on blast means you've got the #1 movie for 3 years in a row, the majority of the fans are happy, most of the critics are happy, then I think on blast is pretty good. Put me on blast.
We're going to continue feeling it as the data, as the facts continue to show themselves. You can continue to pander to your social justice warriors, but it doesn't matter, Kathleen. Crazy Kathleen, I'm sorry. It's always crazy Kathleen Kennedy from here on out.
Crazy. She must be crazy because she's making a hell of a lot of money.
Crazy Kathleen Kennedy. I hope that catches on. But anyway, yes, the data is here. The facts are here. The social justice warriors don't care about your products. They are more concerned with being offended by a 7-year-old tweet from some person that just became famous. That's what they're worried about. They're not going out and buying these toys. So we have more data. It's exciting to see that that basically everything we've been trying to complain about for the last month is now being confirmed through data.
I don't know what's been complaining about the last month. So he didn't like The Last Jedi. But did he not buy Star Wars toys because he didn't like The Last Jedi? Now let me ask this guy something in case he watches this video. The Last Jedi figures came out in September. between September and December? Did he not buy any? Okay, if he didn't buy any, was it because he hated The Last Jedi, but he never saw it? So why didn't he buy any? Did he know before September, or did he know in September that he wasn't going to like the movie, so he didn't buy any? Or did he decide to wait and not buy until after he saw the movie? Well, if he waited to after he saw the movie and not to buy the figures, that's almost the end of the year. I don't care if everybody that saw The Last Jedi loved it and all went out and bought an action figure. If you bought action figures starting on December 18th, they're not going to make up for all the loss they had the months before that. So, I forgot your name. Sorry, dude. So, Geek Gamers, let me just ask you, did you buy any Last Jedi between September and December? And if you didn't, why not? Were you waiting to see how you liked the movie before you went and bought any? Like I said, that's why kids didn't buy them also, because they hadn't seen the movie yet. Or maybe you did. Maybe you did buy figures.
And it will continue to be confirmed. More data will continue to show up, and people will continue to try to make excuses. But at the end of the day, the facts are the facts.
It's the end of the day. The facts are the facts. Star Wars toy sales are down. It has nothing at all to do with a social warrior justice agenda. Sorry, it doesn't.
Thank you guys very much for checking out this video. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
And again, it's nothing. This is not a personal attack against Geeks and Gamers. Seems like a really great guy. He bends his hat. He's not like one of the douchebags that wear a flat hat all the time. Sorry if you're one of them snapback wearers. Sorry, I'm a Southern guy, so I gotta bend it. But this guy seems like a good guy, so give him a follow. I'll put a link to his video and his channel below. Because again, I'm not attacking him. It's just one of many videos I saw on this topic. And to be honest with you, it was kind of shorter than most of the ones I saw, so it was easier for me to pause and talk about without spending a whole hour on it. So, nothing against you, and if you do see this, just let me know. Did you buy any Last Jedi between September and December? If you didn't, why didn't you buy any? Is it maybe the same reason kids didn't buy any during that time? And again, I'm not apologizing for Hasbro. I did a whole video on how Hasbro can fix that problem. They have issues. But they flood the market too much in September when kids don't know what these toys are. Collectors don't know. I'm not wasting my money on an action figure until I see the movie. For the most part, maybe a few. But hey, they got me with The Force Awakens. I bought all kinds of Captain Phasma toys, and then I saw the movie, and I was like, why did I buy this figure? I could have bought something else. So, and as a collector myself, I wait mostly until I buy the movie. I might buy one or two things here and there, but I don't run out and buy the whole line and collect this and collect that until I see the movie. And again, the movie came out so close to Christmas. Like I said, if everybody bought an action figure the day they saw the movie, you still would have had a bad year for toys. And I'll point out again that Bloomberg said that the Star Wars toy line was the biggest selling toy line. But thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below. Call me a social justice warrior, whatever. Or say I'm being paid by Disney. And I am. Hey, Disney, if you're watching, I'll say whatever you want me to say if you give me some of that Disney cash. But thank you for watching. Support us on Patreon. Buy some t-shirts. Check us out at StarWarsJunk.net. It's got links to everything right there. That's all you need to know. And again, thank you for watching.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.